Good evening, and welcome to the Board of Education Business Meeting. At this time, we have a quorum. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Luke?
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
Make a motion to approve the minutes for January 28th.
Second.
Moved in second on the question. All those in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Madam Clerk, any visitors? No visitors? Okay, moving on to the report of the superintendent.
Good evening. Welcome to the February meeting of the Board of Education. And thank you to all the families who are here tonight. This is, I think, one of our best board meetings of the year when we have our student showcase. So I just have a few words, and then I'm going to be turning it over to Ms. Domingo. As a reminder, if you're new to the meeting, there are 2 public comment periods. Answers to questions made during either public comment will generally be given the following month in the superintendent's report portion of the meeting. At the December meeting last month, during public comment, there were concerns expressed regarding communication about behavioral incidents. With regard to the incident that was brought up at the meeting, the school communicated to families, maintaining the confidentiality of students while indicating students had received additional instruction by the school social worker related to what had happened at school. If any parent has individual concerns regarding their child, they can reach out to their child's teacher, and if so, they can call the principal and then central office if necessary. We have a guide to communication that's posted on our district website, and it's also available at all our board meetings at the back table where the agenda is. Another concern that was discussed at the December meeting was that our district had not communicated with the public about the New York State Regionalization Initiative. The Board of Education did speak about the Regionalization Initiative in public at the November 2024 business meeting and again at the December 2024 business meeting. Trustees talked about some of the uncertainties surrounding the initiative, and I spoke about the potential for working with other districts and BOCES in a way that would benefit our school district. In December, the board indicated that they would continue to review the matter as more information became available. Recently, our district submitted a survey that was shared with Nassau BOCES to indicate areas of support that we would like to explore, in particular, more cost-effective transportation. There will be a series of meetings that will happen with the 11 Nassau County districts who are participating, and the first of those is going to take place on March 17th with Mr. Larry Levin, the Nassau BOCES District Superintendent. The board is continuing to publish a monthly meeting newsletter available on Parent Square, and all of our board meetings are available to view on the YouTube channel that can be found on the district website under the live stream tab. A reminder that community members can sign up for notifications using the form on the bottom of our website. And I would also like to remind the public again that the deadline for submitting applications for non-public school transportation is April 1st. You do not have to be accepted to a non-public school to apply, and you may make multiple application submissions if you're not sure which school your child will attend. At the March meeting of the Board of Ed, Mr. Antoine and I will be presenting the proposed budget to the public and to the board, so please stay tuned for that important presentation. And now I'd like to introduce Ms. Domingo, our Director of Instructional Technology and Innovation, who's going to be hosting tonight's student presentations. Thank you.
The board would like to sit in the audience. Good evening, everyone. As Dr. LaRocca said, my name is Andrea Domingo. I am the Director of Instructional Technology and Innovation here for the district. Thank you for being here tonight. Every February meeting, we do sort of a tech showcase where we have our students come and share what's happening in our schools. Tonight we have a 2-part presentation. The first part features creative problem solving in our libraries, and we have our entire library team here. And then the second piece is digital citizenship instruction, which happens in every grade level, but this year we're doing a second grade intensive with our instructional coach for technology as push-in lessons, and she'll share much more about that later on. If I could, I would like to just take a moment to give a technology update. This year, we made a new partnership with an artificial intelligence company called Magic School AI. This year we are doing it with teachers only, and teachers are using this tool as like an administrative assistant to help them get their work done, help them to differentiate, help them to lesson plan, things of that nature. The platform also has a student-facing feature, and we look forward to rolling that out with our students next year. An important feature they have is something called a room, and teachers can condition those rooms with their students' likes and interests, so it delivers instruction to students in a way that is really tailored to them. You'll hear much more about that as we undertake it, but that's where we're headed next year. In April, we'll be doing a district-wide STEAM night. We've never done this before. Some of our individual schools have held STEAM nights, but in April, the week of the 21st, we'll have a STEAM night in each building, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you'll see much more about that in the weeks to come, but you heard it here. Additionally, we are expanding our STEAM push-ins. Currently, we do a STEAM push-in in the 4th grade with Gravitrax, and Ms. Gary, our gifted and talented teacher, uses Gravitrax to teach about force and motion. We will expand that to 3rd grade coming this spring using Edison robots. And then our Lego kits have served us very well in our innovation labs for a few years now. So budget permitting, we would be updating those Lego kits next school year for much more fun in our innovation labs. My colleagues in previous presentations have referenced the Portrait of a Graduate, New York State Portrait of a Graduate. I would invite you to look for these elements as the students present tonight. So Portrait of a Graduate presents the elements of a student when they complete schooling in New York State. Specifically, you'll hear about critical thinking, innovative problem solving, cultural competence, and global citizenship as the texts that they read explore other countries and cultures and various content areas where we see literacy across the content areas. Just something to keep in mind as the presentations move through. So our library team in Valley Stream 13 designs lessons that pair storytelling with creativity and innovation. They bring students into their library spaces to explore, create, and discover. And by weaving STEAM activities into the fabric of our library program, we empower students to become creative thinkers, innovative problem solvers, and future-ready, is there a lot of feedback? I have to get away from the speakers. And future-ready learners. The inspiration for this presentation tonight comes from two of our librarians who actually couldn't be here this evening. Lisa Geary is the Howell librarian, she's on the left. Caroline Wyke is the Willow librarian, she's on the right. These two librarians have done presentations on integrating STEAM into your library work on the national level, the local level, and the state level. I've been to many presentations where they have shared their work, and it made me realize that the Valley Stream community should really see what we do. So I'd like to invite Noah and Zoe up because we're going to start with Howell Road. As I mentioned, Ms. Geary could not be here tonight, but I will be presenting their project with them. Come on up, guys, Noah and Zoe. So, 3rd grade at Howell Road read the biography of Mae Jemison, who is the first African-American woman to go into space. Come back. Grab them and come back. After reading about Mae Jemison, they worked on designing rockets. They're going to tell you a little bit about their process, but students learned about aerodynamics and propulsion. They worked on the engineering design process by creating an original design, testing it, and then making improvements based on their findings. So here's Zoe and Noah.
In February, we had a great time in the library reading the story 8 Days Gone and learning about astronauts, especially Mae Jemison. We used PebbleGo to find out more about Mae Jemison's life and what she did for space travel. We talked about important words like force, space, exploration, and parts of a rocket. We also read some nonfiction books about space and rockets.
For our STEAM activity, we worked in pairs to design and build our own rockets. We used cardstock, pipettes, masking tape, and straws to launch them. My partner and I launched our rockets using force through the straws and measured how far they went with yardsticks. Then we thought about how changing the angle of the launch could affect how far our rockets traveled. We all came up with ideas to make our rockets better, like adding another fin or using a bigger straw. We all had so much fun working together.
They're going to demonstrate their paper rockets. Go ahead, watch. All right, Willow Road. Willow Road, do you want to come up? Great job, guys.
Hi, my name is Brianna Farzation. I have been subbing in the Willow Library for the past few months, and today we're happy to share one of our activities with STEM. I'm here with Isa George and Lucas Ramirez, and we're going to be sharing an activity from our book, Whoosh. So I'll give you the mic, Lucas.
My name is Lucas Ramirez, and I am in 5th grade. I'm here to tell you about the STEM activity we did in class. First, we read a story titled Whoosh. This is a story of Lonnie Johnson. He is an African-American inventor. He did not give up. His creativity led him to create something without giving up. He had to overcome struggles and obstacles. He could not find a company that believed in his invention to advance his idea. They all gave him negative responses, but he did not give up.
My name is Isa George, and I am in 5th grade. I enjoyed reading about the story of Lonnie Johnson and how he overcame obstacles when trying to create his water gun. As a class, we discussed how Lonnie never gave up, and we discussed goals that we want to achieve just like Lonnie. Just like how Lucas said, he faced many rejections when all he needed was the support from one company.
When talking about the problem solving, this book represents how Lonnie used problem solving process to invent something. Reading this, I learned that when I encounter a problem, I should not give up, but find a solution.
For our activity, we created helicopters. We applied what we learned in the story and used our creative and critical thinking to create these helicopters. We started with a sheet and had to cut different parts to get our helicopter to spin. After we did this, we had to bend 2 pieces of paper just enough to get it to spin. This connected to our reading because we had to build these gliders and use our creativity to make them spin faster. Just like how in the story, Lonnie Johnson had to use his skills and creativity to advance his invention of the water gun.
In order to make our helicopter go faster, we had to bend 2 pieces of paper as much as we could. The more it bent, I found out it went faster. To modify this even more, we bent the bottom of our wing or helicopter and taped it together. This made it easier and free fall faster when it was dropped. This book connects to our STEM concepts as physics, engineering, and design. This allows students to be opened up to these creative and critical thinking activities that may interest students in their futures.
We had lots of fun doing this activity and reading about Lonnie Johnson. We were also able to modify and change our helicopter to move faster as we dropped it. Here are some pictures from our STEM activity that we did with Miss F in our class. And we could also demonstrate how the helicopter works.
Hi, so I'm Dr. Karsten, and I'm from the Wheeler Library. And one of the district initiatives is to really promote the STEM opportunities, as was mentioned earlier. Participating in STEM activities promotes skills in critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, communication, and initiative. Destiny Spears, Yusuf Nawaz, Raquel Cabreja, and Connor Lockhart, we have some fans, are going to present on one of our third grade STEM activities in the Wheeler Library.
In library class, we read the book, The World is Not a Rectangle, a portrait of architect Zaha Hadid. Zaha Hadid was an architect who was well known for her unique style.
She was inspired by nature and the old architecture of her childhood home city of Baghdad, Iraq. Her work often looks like nature, such as buildings that look like grass blowing in the wind or the shifting desert dunes. It also includes elements of the old architecture of Baghdad with sections that cantilever out or around in interesting designs and patterns. Sometimes her buildings seem to defy gravity.
We use kiva planks to build structures inspired by the architecture of Zaha Hadid. We use trial and error and preservance to create our buildings. We, like Hadid, had to figure out how to make cantilevers, parts that stick out into space. But unlike Hadid, ours could not be glued or cemented at one end, making it more challenging. Our designs, like Hadid, sometimes seemed to defy gravity, had patterns, or flowed like nature.
Great job, guys. Thank you. And they came in early so they could build some of the models for you. They came up with these just today. Great job, guys.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tom Mullen. I'm the librarian here at Deaver. And today I'm going to show you a little bit about what the district librarians and I came up with working with 21st Century Ed. So as a team, this became kind of like a district-wide project where we would do this with 6th grade, and we were all kind of on the same page of becoming an entrepreneur, or a TREP for short. So in 6th grade, we always talk about what an entrepreneur is, a person who organizes and manages any enterprise. So we kind of start off with that, talking about what an entrepreneur is. We also study some entrepreneurs. We talk about if we know any of these people, if any of these people are recognizable. And then we focus on Shark Tank. And this is where our whole lesson is based off of Shark Tank. I'm sure you've all seen, we watch some episodes, we talk about it, and we also see some other children who became inventors on Shark Tank. We also read some books about entrepreneurs. Someone like Damon John, who was actually on Shark Tank, created a book, what does it mean to be an entrepreneur, things like that. And to show you I have two of my students, one former student who graduated 2 years ago who did this, and now her sister, who is in 6th grade, is now doing the project. So I'm going to invite Isla and Lila Ramirez up. So Lila will be talking about the journey, because she's right in the middle of our project. So she's going to be talking about the journey of what she's experienced before, and then Isla will talk about what she completed 2 years ago.
Hi everyone, my name is Lala Ramirez and I'm a 6th grader here at Deaver. We recently started a new lesson in the library and are learning the world of entrepreneurship. During the journey of Shark Tank, we were introduced to new vocabulary words like profit, CEO, and investor, and putting our problem-solving skills to the test. One activity we did was trying to figure out the most important items to travel with if we had to make a long journey on the moon. We also studied different entrepreneurs and how they solved different problems, like the entrepreneur I studied, Madam C.J. Walker, who created hair products for women of color and became the first female millionaire in America. With these tools, I know how I'm going to create my own company and become an entrepreneur myself.
So this is some brainstorming that Lila has done in the last few weeks. Not knowing what her older sister did, because I wouldn't tell her at first, she went with hair products as well. So these are some of the ideas that we came up with for logos and things like that. And to show you what the completed project looks like is her older sister.
Hi everyone, my name is Isla Ramirez. I'm in 8th grade and graduated from Deaver 2 years ago. During my time in library as a 6th grader, I worked with my classmate Alicia to create our company called Hair and Hoods. We thought of many different things to create for our company. After thinking about what we like and our own problems, we came up with the idea of a helpful sweatshirt. Here's the pitch we created. Hi Sharks, we'd love to introduce you to our Hair and Hoods product. It's a sweatshirt with a silk-lined hood. Our product is designed to protect your hair, whether you're relaxing or sleeping. It helps prevent frizz or damage, especially when your hair is freshly styled. Unlike other products, ours won't cause any harm when you apply hair products, and it keeps your hair in place overnight. Our pricing is fair and competitive. Hairstyles and hair products average around $120, while our hoodies are typically $40. These prices reflect the quality and benefits of our products. It costs about $25 to make the sweatshirts, so our profit is $15 each. We are seeking $10,000 for 10% of the company. Hair and Hoods is here to help you maintain your hair effortlessly. With their hair products, you're not just investing in beauty, you're investing in confidence, quality, and a brand that truly cares. Let's redefine hair care together, because great hair starts here.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you everybody.
Thank you, that was most impressive. We have to say we invited an 8th grader back because we didn't have any 6th graders far enough along in the process. So we said, we'll find somebody who graduated and they can share their project. Now I'd like to invite up Cindy Alvarado, our instructional coach for technology, and some of our 2nd graders from Willow Road to talk to you about digital citizenship and what they're learning about their digital footprint.
Good evening, everyone. As Mr. Mango mentioned, my name is Cindy Alvarado. I am the instructional technology coach for the district, and I'm excited to be here today to talk a little bit about the digital citizenship that is happening in 2nd grade. So to start off, what is digital citizenship, right? So digital citizenship is the responsible and ethical way of using technology and the digital resources. In other words, it's basically the way we interact, we learn, and we communicate using technology. This definition is very broad for 2nd grade. So in 2nd grade, we started off by talking what makes a good citizen, what makes a good citizen in the classroom, what makes a good citizen in your school community, and then how are you a good citizen in the community you live in, and we transfer that over to the online platforms. We can actually take digital citizenship and break it down even further into 3 subcategories. That includes safety and security, etiquette, and evaluating information. Later on, when the students come up, you will see that what they are discussing on what they learned fits into one of these categories. So just a little background, the lessons that are being used in 2nd grade come from Common Sense Media. Common Sense really has it's a digital citizenship curriculum for grades kindergarten through 12th grade. They are age appropriate, they are already banned by grade level. They come with slideshows, handouts, and activities. So just a little overview on what the lesson looks like. We start off with a guiding question, just like the one you see on the top left. How do you balance your time with technology? It introduces students to key vocabulary words, such as the words internet, which when we were in the classroom, a lot of the students said, oh, Wi-Fi. So internet, online, or the word device as you see up there. And then there are short video clips, I would say about 3 minutes long, that really engage the students and build a relationship between the guiding question and the key vocabulary words. And to culminate the lesson, there is an activity that students can do based on what they had just learned. So again, it is a very kid-friendly platform. The way the Digital Citizens lessons are composed for the second graders is that it introduces a digital citizen character. Those are the characters that you currently see on the board. And these characters are actually the ones that are in the videos throughout the slideshow. There are 6 of them, so there are 6 lessons that go along. And these are the characters that actually help students learn that digital citizenship concept. So with that being said, I'm going to have some second graders help me introduce all of the digital citizens. So at this time, Dominic, can you join me?
Hi, my name is Dominic. I am in 2nd grade in Miss Madras' class. Today I'm going to talk about feet and heart. Feet taught us about leaving digital footprints. Digital footprints are the things you do online. Everything you do gets saved. For example, if I text happy birthday to one of my friends, that gets saved on the device. So always remember to leave good footprints. Can everyone put their hand on their heart? Heart reminds us to be kind. Heart taught us to be respectful when we are on the internet. So remember to leave nice messages and to use kind words when you are online.
Thank you. Ezekiel? Ezekiel, can you come up?
Hi, my name is Ezekiel. I am in 2nd grade in Ms. Simmons and Nelson's class. Today I am going to talk about arms and legs. Can everyone put their arms like this? The long arms look like a balance. Arms teaches us to balance our time using devices and outside time. For example, if I have a game controller on this hand, and all I'm doing is playing with my device, then it is not balanced. I have to take time to play with the ball outside. I have to take time to play with the ball outside or read a book. It is not healthy to be on a device all of the time. So remember to balance your device with another activity. Legs has long legs because he teaches us to stand up for people. Sometimes people will say long things online. If someone says something mean to someone else online, then you have to stand up for them and say stop it. You should also tell a grown-up.
Taylor, can you join me?
Hi, my name is Taylor. I am in 2nd grade in Miss Choi's class. Today, I'm going to talk about head and guts. Can everyone touch their head? Remember that we have a brain in our head that helps us think. Head teaches us that not everything online is true. It can be fake news. Whenever you read or see something online that does not sound real, you should do some research or ask questions. You could ask a teacher, a parent, or someone you trust. Remember to use your brain and not believe everything. God taught us to be cautious on the computer. Don't click on everything you see because you don't want a virus or a stranger behind a pretty picture. So God taught us to always ask our grown-ups for permission to use a device, to only talk to people we know, and it's important to only go on apps or websites that you know and are allowed to go on. Remember, trust your gut. If it doesn't feel safe, then step away.
They did a great job, didn't they? Okay, so to sum up the mini unit on digital citizens for second grade, what I've done is after they meet a character, they earn a badge. On the left-hand side, those are digital badges. As you can see, this class has learned 4 out of the 6 because 4 badges are there. The little green blob that you see, that's the next badge that they are going to uncover. And then again, we just learned we have to balance our time between technology and other activities. So there's also an option for a paper copy to earn those badges. So with that being said, I thank you for your support, and I hope that there is a digital citizen character that at least touched you tonight.
Thank you, Ms. Alvarado, and our second graders from Willow. Can we give everybody another big hand? Did a really great job tonight. Are there any questions from the board?
Are we connecting the entrepreneurial program with the high school, since we do have something similar where students have the capability of presenting and doing their showcase?
We've not done that yet, but we certainly can. Yeah, that's a great suggestion. Thank you. Any other questions? All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Things because I can't really see them from over there.
Yeah, the blocks and the rockets are probably going to make it back to executive session, so.
Okay. So thank you for all our families and who brought all the students here tonight. We really appreciate the presentations. Congratulations to all our student presenters. And I know you're anxious to get home. It's a little bit late for some people, so thank you for coming and have a great night.
Thank you.
Oh, this is so good.
I should have waited, but I'm too excited about it.
Should have waited. That was rude.
Sorry.
Rude.
Kids first.
Not using your brain. You sure?
Hey, Ellie. Good job.
They did amazing. They were so good. Can I get the board right here? You did a great job. Ready? That was so good. Perfect. Thank you so much. Congratulations. You won a good job. They did such a great job. I'm going to take them back to the library.
Where's the help?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna pass them up because that's we do use them, so we don't. I'm very good. Thank you so much. I'm on YouTube.
Thank you so much for bringing them. I really appreciate it. You can see they're amazing.
First thing I do when I'm going home is I'm going to check YouTube for my
Oh, crap, waiting for me? Sorry.
Is it still live? Take it out. I was just gonna call. He called me out. He said, I'm moving this phone.
I want those rocks. Definitely want those rocks. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mango, librarians, Ms. Alvarado. It was a great presentation tonight. And that concludes the report of the superintendent. Thank you, President Grosso.
Thank you. Moving on to Education Committee. Trustee Sabatino.
Good evening, everybody. I move item E, consent agenda, numbers 1 through 4, beginning at the bottom of page 2, continuing on to page 3.
Second.
Moved and second on the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
I also have an update from the Education Committee. The Education Committee met to discuss grade 6 and the transition to the Valley Stream Central High School District. We discussed the transition process in the following ways. First, with articulation. So we reviewed the process for students receiving special education services and English as a new language support. And we discussed the articulation for music study as well. We discussed it in terms of introductions. So families are welcomed at an informational meeting in November with the Valley Stream Central High School District team. 6th graders are introduced to options for a world language through demonstrations from high school teachers. And 6th graders also visit the secondary schools throughout the spring. Well-being. Guidance counselors visit 6th graders to explain the role of a counselor in junior high school. 6th graders also participate in Athletes Helping Athletes. Curriculum. There has been coordination with the Valley Stream Central High School District science chair people to align curriculum and instruction in science. 6th grade teachers have been reviewing the grade 6 through 8 literacy standards and are working on curriculum that aligns with the grade 6 standards. Community. There's a district unity community that focuses on helping 6th graders build relationships with peers in other schools. We also will have a grade level author visit with Gordon Corman in May. It looks very exciting. And philosophy. Valley Stream 13 is working with the Valley Stream Central High School District on alignment with the New York State Portrait of a Graduate as a tool for curriculum and program development. Thank you.
Concludes education. Moving on.
I'm sorry, can I just say something
Sure.
regarding all this? As a high school board member, I'm so happy to hear and see that we're working together with our elementary district, and we're doing a lot of initiatives to make sure that our children are transitioning over. And I just want to emphasize on that program that I mentioned regarding entrepreneur. It's called the Junior Virtual Enterprise. So if that could be another transition or another piece that we can incorporate the entrepreneurial students in 6th grade with that would be great, because I think it would be a great leeway right? And this young lady, I don't know if she attended the program before, in the high school, but if she's here in 6th grade, this young lady, maybe she could go into that program and make it even wider, you know, more, establish it further. So that's another way to connecting both districts. So thank you.
Thank you. And just moving on to Business Committee, Trustee Farrell.
Good evening, everyone. I move items 1 through 4 as a consent agenda, which is the bottom of page 3 and the top of page 4.
Second.
Moved in second on the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
And that concludes the Business Committee for tonight.
Thank you. Policy Committee, we have a policy for first reading, 6700 purchasing, 6700R purchasing regulation, 1120R school district records regulation, and 8113 extreme heat condition days. Policy 2 for second reading and adoption is 5500 student records, 5500R student records regulation, 5550 student privacy, 8635R information and data privacy security breach and notification regulation. There's more. 8130 school safety plans and teams, and 1120 school district records.
Second.
Moved in second on the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. And number 3, renumbering district policies. Whereas a part of a comprehensive review of the district's policy manual, it is necessary to renumber certain policies now, therefore, be it resolved, the Board of Education hereby temporarily suspends all policies requiring a first and/or second reading prior to revising a policy, and if further resolved, the Board of Education hereby renumbers the district policies as follows, as listed below.
Second.
Moved in second on the question.
So I just want to be clear what we're doing here. We're taking these current policies and we're not going to do a second reading to it?
Yes.
Okay, only the ones listed.
Correct. So when the policy committee had some specific special education policies to review, we realized that the numbering for our district policies were different than the numbers that we are given from the New York State School Boards Association policy numbers. So because we use that service, it becomes difficult for the policy committee to match which policy NYSBA is making changes to the matching policy that the district has due to the numbering. So this resolution is saying that we are suspending the board's policy that typically calls for a first reading in 1 month and a second reading in the other month, and we are just doing this for the purpose of renumbering. There are no changes to the content of any of the policies.
Thank you for clarification.
Second.
Moved second on the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. And that concludes Policy Committee. Moving on to Facilities. Vice President Cavallari.
Facilities Committee met earlier today at 6:30 prior to our meeting. We discussed some housekeeping projects that were cared for during the break. We got some updates on some larger projects like the Wheeler Avenue gymnasium roof, hopefully in the very near future to be resolved, and some future projects that we need to. And we'll be meeting again next month prior to the business meeting again at 6:30. That concludes the facility committee.
Thank you. And Committee of the Whole. Same.
Committee of the Whole, I move Committee of the Whole as a consent, numbers 1 through 8.
Second.
Moved in second on the question.
Just like to add on the question that the consent agenda includes the consultant agreement for the Crossroads Farm. That is something that we have been doing with our 4th grade as an enrichment activity. We saw a lot of great projects that are happening in the library, but we also offer this to all of the 4th graders in the district, and it's a farm-to-table initiative, and it's a lovely partnership with the Nassau Land Trust. The kids get to learn about soil blocking and planting seeds. Then they take home a plant. Another one of their plants gets planted at the Crossroads Farm right here in Malvern, and then they go on another trip where they have the harvest. So it's a really special program, and I'm pleased that we are able to continue that for our fourth graders.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Moving to the report of the attorney.
Tonight, I'll provide the district clerk with a report regarding a matter in which our office successfully defended a Nassau County School District in a case alleging that there is a constitutional right to protest on school property. The court ruled that school districts have the right to prohibit the use of school property for the purpose of having protests.
Thank you. Trustee Farrell, anything on the high school report?
I'm sorry, I have nothing for this evening.
Old business? Anyone on the board? Old business? Okay. And then new business from the board.
Yes, I have some new business for the board. This afternoon, I met with Dr. Pete Butcher. She made the very difficult decision to be leaving as the principal of the Wheeler Avenue School at the end of this school year. So we will be very sad to see her leave as the principal, and of course wish her all the best in her future. And I will be certainly looking at how we will move forward, but she will be here for the whole rest of the school year. So we'll have her dedicated service for the remainder of the school year. And I'll be updating the community with more information about what the process will be for selecting a new principal for the Wheeler Avenue School.
Then I make a motion to accept the resignation of Dr. Pete Butcher.
Second.
Moved in second on the question. All those in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Okay, and before we no other visitors, may I get a motion for? Yeah, motion for, yeah.
Motion for exec session for personnel matters. Legal advice with the lawyer superintendent.
Second. Moved in second on the question. All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Can I go? All right, can I hold 1 second? I'm sorry. Just new business I forgot because we had newer business that threw me off. The board just wanted to recognize our own Dr. Radis, the author of a professional book called Leading a Culture of Reading. It was recently featured in February issue of the National Superintendent's Magazine. So I just wanted to say, congratulations. And we're back to adjournment. Thank you. Have a good night.